Right, now this week we are talking cycling folklore. Here at GCN, we do our utmost to share the most accurate information and knowledge and insight available about our sport.
As well as telling people about what we do, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. But despite the best efforts, there are still some enduring myths that refuse to go away.
Until now, here are 4 things that you no longer need to worry about. How you pedal just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now, when GCN started, I'll admit, we were as guilty as the next person for advocating a perfect pedalling technique. But as the years have rolled on, visibly, in my case, more tech has become available, more studies have been carried out, and now we know, categorically, that pedalling technique just doesn't really matter.
And in fact, if you take the fastest and most powerful cyclists and use them as a benchmark, you'll actually find that they pedal less smoothly than, well, the rest of us.
That's right. Now, they don't look like they pedal less smoothly, and that's probably why the myth endures. But when you actually look at really detailed power analysis for a pedal stroke, you'll see there's a really distinct power delivery phase, and then not much else for the rest of it.
No, so that's one less thing to worry about. No scraping, no pulling up, and no pedaling in circles.
This is one that we've been thinking about for a while, and frankly, I'm going to blame gravel bikes.
Oh, mate, don't do that. Everyone blames gravel bikes for, well, absolutely everything.
That is true, and it's not fair. And in actual fact, in this case, it would be ironic as well, given that the gravel bike is the do-it-all bike. But for many people, it's kind of like a symbol of over-specialisation, isn't it? Needing a specific niche bike for a specific niche purpose.
Yeah, but the fact is that while one bike is maybe better for a task than another bike, the differences are, well, often pretty subtle.
Yeah, you're right. And it's actually been really interesting reading some of the comments underneath the gravel bike versus mountain bike test that we did over in Iceland. And people have pointed out that perhaps I didn't have low enough gears on a gravel bike, or that my tyres were 5mm too narrow. And yeah, while those things do bother me as well sometimes, they only bother me when I'm not riding. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like when you're actually out doing what the bike is supposed to do, doing what you love, it doesn't matter one jot. Yeah, you know, there are a couple of points where I pedalled marginally slower than was optimal, and I might have been fractionally less comfortable because I had 5 psi extra in my tyres. But I mean, really, it doesn't affect how much fun you have.
No, but I think the real question, and the thing that everyone wants to know, is that, well, gravel bikes are better than mountain bikes.
They are, mate. Don't worry. 100% better. Blew the mountain bike out of the water.
Yes.
But jokes aside there, I mean, you can't get around the fact that there are some bikes that are faster for certain things, like an aero bike is faster than a lightweight bike for most things, apart from on steep climbs, where a lightweight bike is faster than an aero bike. And yeah, maybe on gravel you might have a bit more comfort and control on a gravel bike than a cross bike. But the fact is, you should never let your bike stop you from doing the kind of riding that you want to do. Do the riding anyway, just maybe do it marginally slower, and in the case of riding dirt, just put a bit of extra pressure in your tyres.
There's no such thing as a millimetre perfect bike fit. Now, I know I'm really throwing the cat among the pigeons here, but bike fit, we're not saying they're not worth it. They are. For some people, they transform a painful ride to, well, a pain-free ride.
Yeah, but is there such a thing as a perfect bike fit? No, we don't think so.
No. You can have a good position and you can have a bad position, but obsessing over the millimetres is just wasted energy.
Yeah, the great Eddie Merckx, he used to obsess about his bike position, and look where it got him. To the point, in fact, where he actually raced with an Allen key in his back pocket, apparently, so he could adjust his saddle height mid-race. Now, fair enough, you'll say he's the greatest of all time, and therefore obsessing about it didn't do him any harm, but he's also a case in point to show that actually there isn't such a thing as millimetre perfect saddle height, because he changes all the time, and he was still the greatest of all time. So there we go.
Yes, and our very own Dan Lloyd has, well, never had a bike fit in his... Oh,
I'm not sure Lloyd is a great example there.
No, there is no shame in wearing protein kit when you're not a pro.
That's right. Replica kit isn't frowned on by other sports, so why cycling?
Yes, some cyclists will disagree, but showing allegiance to a rider or a team is fine by us.
Yeah.
Hey, Simon.
I mean, Emma might have something to say about that, but no, in all seriousness, Embrace it. In fact, why not go the whole hog and do what this guy does? This is Lee Turner, and apparently he's amassed a collection of over 170 protein kits, and he rocks them with pride.
Yes, check out his Instagram because, well, you'll absolutely love it. This is cool.
It is absolutely cool. And there we go then. That one and 3 other myths that we think should be put to rest here and now. But let us know what you think in the comment section as well. Undoubtedly, there are more. Which other cycling myths would you like to see busted?
Yes, let us know in the comment section below because, well, I reckon there's a full video about this.
That's right.